Hello, welcome to Chassidus for Mothers. And as we prepare for Yitzhak, the Shabbos, I just want to share a brief overview of the Maamar Basi L'Gani, which was the last Maamar that was given, that was prepared for publication by the Friedrich Rebbe, and also the first Maamar delivered by the Rebbe when he accepted the Nesius on Yitzhak Tafshin Yud Aleph. Now, everyone is pretty much familiar with the basic structure of the Maamar. Just to briefly review, so the Maamar Basi L'Gani is based on a pasuk in Shir Hashirim, Basi L'Gani Achesi Kala, come into my garden, my sister, my bride. Shir Hashirim is a poem written by Shem HaMelech. It's a love poem between Hashem and Bnei Yisrael. And the Maamar is structured, it has 20 paragraphs, and every year on Yud Shvat, the Rebbe would deliver another Maamar based on another paragraph, and that continued for 2 cycles until Tafshin Memches. And now we're in Tafshin Pei Daled, so we're in the 4th cycle, the 4th or the 3rd 20-year cycle. Is it the 3rd? No, it's the 4th cycle. And the paragraph of this year is Yud Daled 14. So there's a Maamar in Tafshin Chaf Daled and a Maamar in Tafshin Mem Daled 1964 and 1984 on this paragraph. So we're just going to go a few very brief highlights of the Maamar. So the theme of the Maamar is Hashem is saying, Basi L'Gani Achesi Kala, come to my garden. It's that Hashem originally created the world. The Shekhinah was down here, and then people sinned, and the first sin was Adam and Chava that caused the Shekhinah to go up one level. Then the next generation sinned that caused the Shekhinah to go back up another level, until it was up distant from the world 7 levels. And then Avraham Avinu was the first one that started to bring the Shekhinah back into the earth. So Avraham Avinu, and then he brought the Shekhinah down from the 7th level to the 6th, and then Yitzchak brought it down from the 6th to the 5th, and so on, until Moshe Rabbeinu, he was the 7th generation, and he brought it back down to earth. And how did he bring that back down to earth? Is through building the Mishkan. When they built the Mishkan, the Jewish people, they all contributed either 13 or 15 different materials, which are all mentioned in the Parshas Teruma: gold, silver, precious stones, and different animal skins and furs and so on. And they brought all these different materials, and from these materials, they fashioned a Mishkan for Hashem. And so the theme of the Maamar is how we make a home for Hashem in this world. We bring the Shekhinah back into the world, and it's not just bringing the Shekhinah into the Mishkan, but it's actually bringing the Shekhinah within us. Like it says, I'll make you a mikdash, and I will dwell within them. It doesn't say within it, but within them, meaning within each and every individual yid. So the Maamar is very much relevant to us as women. It actually has a very, very feminine theme, because our primary avodah is creating the home. So we're very familiar with the process of creating the home, what kind of resources, the physical resources that go into making a home, the physical, the financial, the emotional, mental, all these different resources that go in. And when the Yidden built the Mishkan, it wasn't just that they donated their materials, their gold, their silver, etc., but they also donated their talents. Someone was very skilled in spinning and weaving and sewing, and all these skills they brought to the Mishkan. So we are also investing a tremendous amount of skill and talent into creating our home, which is our Mishkan for Hashem. And now if you look around, we all have a home that looks a little different. The gashmis of the home looks different because we all have different resources, we all have different tastes, different styles, but we also have different capabilities. Some people are very skilled at beautifying their homes, and some of us have only average skills in that area, or we may not have the resources, we may not have the time, the energy, the money, etc. So we all, just like every Yid, brought whatever material that they had to Hashem. Some people brought less, some people brought more, but everybody brought whatever they could. So it's the same thing with our shluchos in our Veda in creating a home for Hashem, that Hashem expects a home, for us to build a home from whatever materials he gave us. Because ultimately it's Hashem that gives us the materials that we then use to make a home for him. So when we have these, fears or insecurities about the way our home looks, whether it's on a physical level or on an emotional level, the emotional tone in the home is not really the way I want, and that causes feelings of anxiety or inadequacy. The important thing to remember is that we are all creating our Mishkan with materials Hashem gave us. It was consciously given to us in order that we should do what we are able to do with those materials. That pretty much sums up the first paragraph of the Maamar. The second paragraph introduces a question that we know that when we are trying to build our home, we run into all sorts of difficulties, all sorts of challenges, all sorts of struggles. It could be as simple as, the washing machine breaking down, and all the different things in the house that could break down, or, the emotional and mental load that's on us, and how many things in that area that could go wrong. And the question of the mind, or the essential question, is why did Hashem initially create the world with the potential for sin? This whole Chet Eitzadas thing, how did it happen? Why did it happen? And that is the question that's going to be addressed in paragraph 2, which in Mirz Hashem tomorrow I'm going to give a little bit of a review of that paragraph.